I'm Karina and I'm HR Business Manager here at Forth Valley College, and a big part of my role is leading on health and wellbeing.
My name's Susanne and I'm the Health and Wellbeing Coordinator here at the college, and my role is to make sure that we have the right support available to all staff for health and wellbeing. So Forth Valley College is one of the leading colleges within Scotland. We have over 600 members of staff who work across 3 different campuses. So we have Falkirk, Alloa and Stirling. And for the past couple of years, the health and wellbeing team have been really focusing on providing a proactive approach to health and wellbeing.
Yeah, so actually following COVID, all colleges in Scotland were given money from the Scottish Funding Council to help support staff and students with their health and wellbeing. So I was seconded for 2 days a week to really focus on health and wellbeing. And I didn't really know where to start, so I needed a base, if you like, to start. So I did some research and I came across SuperWellness. And this was a fantastic platform and a great resource, which meant I was able to get a whole calendar of events and access to webinars at my fingertips, and all your resources were there to help me just to promote the whole college straight away. So that was super. First of all, I had to produce some data, so I had to first get data and prove that we needed to invest in health and wellbeing. And the way that we did that was we started something called the Wellbeing Project. And from this, we were able to produce snapshot reports for all of our staff so that they could find out how they were doing with regards to their health, wellbeing and resilience levels. And this gave us really rich data that we could collate for the whole of the college, so we could find out how the college as a whole was doing with regards to health, wellbeing and resilience. And this then provided evidence as to what areas we had to target with health and wellbeing, and therefore we were allocated more budget, and I was able to source Susie to come on board and join the team.
The progress we've made has been fantastic. I think from being more recognisable within the college to having a constant flow of support and resources available for staff to access, and also access at all times as well, has been incredible. And yeah, it's just really helped us move forward with our health and wellbeing approach and the support available to staff. So to develop the engagement, consistency really has been key for us. We have a weekly e-newsletter that goes out to all staff, so we've always made sure that we've had all health and wellbeing resources and information available and promoted. And also we have a Teams community as well, so that as soon as we have the information available or the resources, we can put it up immediately. So staff have a constant flow of access to all this support.
So every year we create a health and wellbeing outcomes framework, which basically details everything that we're going to do for health and wellbeing for the full year. And we make use of the SuperWellness calendars and webinars, and we program in all of the information into the health and wellbeing outcomes framework. We also ask for staff as well what they want to see in the coming year, and we include their suggestions as well, so everyone gets included in what we offer.
So for the training that we've used would be specifically for our team called Mental Health Ambassadors. The Super Champs portal has provided our mental health ambassadors with a varied amount of resources and information that they can access at any time, but also go back a good period of time to access these resources as well. The toolkits that come out every month have been fantastic for us because it's ready-made materials there for us to circulate around our staff and also highlight wellbeing days that we have coming up too.
I think what you need to do is get evidence and data to make a business case for health and wellbeing. And as I said before, the way we did that was through the Wellbeing Project, actually getting data, information and using it as evidence as to what we need to do going forward. So I think that's the key thing. You need to be able to prove a return on investment as well, and that's why we then reran the Wellbeing Project again the following year, so we could do a direct comparison with the previous year's results, so we could actually evidence an impact in what we were doing, and part of that is obviously the resources from SuperWellness, which helped with that data gathering. The other thing to mention as well is obviously about the continual promotion of resources and really being out there and in people's faces. On SharePoint we have the biggest tile on the main page of Forth Valley College called Health and Wellbeing, just to really show our staff that it's really, really important to us and they can't miss it.
Feedback we've had has been great. I've had some fantastic feedback as recent as this morning, where we ran our Thriving in a Hybrid World webinar with Jess, where I think staff are just really starting to see the benefit from these 1 hour webinars and just the amount of information and resources that you can gain from them, even having all the resources then sent to them afterwards so that you can keep going back and referencing all the information that they've just learned. And with our Super Champs as well, them being able to access the more in-depth webinars has been great as well. Some of the topics, especially the neurodiverse one, was really, really interesting. And having the access to access those resources as well for the Super Champs just provides them with a wealth of knowledge.
Yes, so SuperWellness was the springboard for us. We were able to get access to these resources so quickly, and we were able to promote instantly, which meant we were supporting our staff immediately, which is really, really important, especially after COVID, because that is really when we signed up with SuperWellness. That's really helped us immensely. You have so many topics and things that you cover with your resources. And everything is so helpful to all our staff, no matter where they are within their point in life. So yeah, it's been amazing. I would say definitely do it. The return on investment, I don't think you can disagree with, to be honest. The amount of resources that are available is enormous. And there's absolutely no way I could have pulled all of the information together myself without having to reinvent the wheel. So if you take into account how much time and effort that would have taken, it's a no-brainer for me.
Working with SuperWellness has been great. Hayley has been fantastic, and just making sure that we're constantly kept up to date with everything that's up and coming at SuperWellness. Obviously working with Jess as well for our 2 most recent webinars, they have just went down so well with our staff, been really, really well received, and just the amount of knowledge that Jess is able to put out in 1 hour is incredible. And also working with Ellie as well to help our Super Champs really utilise the Super Champs portal as well and get the most out of that. So taking the time to support us to be able to give those resources out has been fantastic. I think the one that covers neurodiversity will have a huge benefit for us here at Forth Valley College. I think we're seeing more and more children receive diagnosis as well. With that, more and more adults are receiving it, and I think it's starting to answer quite a lot of questions for adults who have spent quite a lot of their working life questioning why they feel certain ways, why they might find something more difficult, and just having that knowledge and those resources available to our staff can really help support anyone who is neurodiverse. The next one would be the support for the kind of managing your finances and working through your finances. Everybody is experiencing the cost of living crisis and the effects that can have we're all quite well aware that financial difficulties can have a really negative effect on your mental health. So again, being able to help guide our staff and support them through the current climate, we couldn't ask for any more other than to have all this support available to them. And the final one is empowerment. So that's been one of our key focuses when we first started this, was helping staff to become and supporting staff to become more resilient. And I think running these types of workshops will help our staff kind of gain more empowerment to really push forward in their own goals and what they want to achieve, and also just help them build their resilience when faced with difficult topics and conversations.